Hey folks, a little warmer, a little more humid across the valley tonight than the last couple of nights, and that will continue to increase until we get a front in here. It looks like probably Wednesday during the daytime. This is the view right now from Sky 5 on South Padre Island. You see the causeway all the way across, and there's actually a couple of cars on the causeway, something we haven't seen in quite some time as things begin to slowly but surely open back up again. If we take a look at our smoke, because that's what's really reducing the visibility, this is where it was last night at this time. You can really see the plume of it going eastward over toward Florida. The front really kind of suppressing that smoke down to the south and off to the east of the valley. Well, over the last 24 hours, this front's begun to move back to the north as a warm front, and it's bringing that smoke with it, and that's going to continue to move through tomorrow. And with that, I think the smoke comes back in. Air quality will likely drop at least a little bit once again. Now, today, we were actually up to the moderate category, where late last week we were down here in the red zone. At least we're up to a little better situation now. The forecast is for us to stay moderate, but I wouldn't be surprised if we drop off a little bit as that smoke pours back in. But you can see it's got a long way to go. It was still out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico as of just a little while ago, so it's got a ways to go to get in here. Temperature-wise, here's where we are tonight across the valley, right around 80 or so, give or take a couple of degrees. The coolest at the beach at 78, the warmest in the west at 81 degrees. Our highs tomorrow back up in the mid-upper 90s again, about 98 in Starr County, 96 in McAllen. The big thing tomorrow, notice wind gusts to 35 miles per hour. It's going to be a windy afternoon, but the next 3 days, well, the first two are above average, but by Thursday, courtesy of a front on Wednesday, we're a little bit cooler, closer to normal for Thursday. There's that rain on the radar. Take a look at that off to the west of us. Continue to push eastward. That stuff should fade away as it makes its way closer and closer to Zapata and Starr counties. It's a long way out there right now. It's got a ways to go before it gets any closer to us. And more than likely, it'll fade as it runs into the cap that we deal with around here that we see so much. So it gets a little closer, and that's the end of that. It's still 130 miles away, moving about 25 miles per hour. So even if it holds together, you're looking at about 6 hours from now, so about 4 a.m. maybe in Zapata County. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, if you notice Future Track, it suggests that at 4 a.m. there's nothing out there, but again, we're not totally convinced we won't see something roll into the far western part of the valley during the early morning hours and then die as it moves across the rest of the area. 9 o'clock in the morning, there's not much left. Partly sunny skies, hazy and warm. Let's go into Wednesday, though. A couple of showers may come through overnight tomorrow night, too. And then here comes the front moving through Wednesday morning. It could trigger a shower, thunderstorm, and then drier air moves in behind that, and we get back into sunshine, it looks like, and slightly cooler temperatures for Thursday. So for tonight, 75, partly cloudy with some clouds coming in later on. Your winds out of the southeast at about 10 to 20. Tomorrow we climb back to 94. That wind 15 to 25 miles an hour out of the southeast. Looks like it's going to be a windy afternoon across the area. As you look at the next 7 days, again, I think tomorrow's warm and humid, windy as well. There could be a late night shower tomorrow night. Better chances Wednesday with the front at about 30%. And then after that, I think we're dry for most of the rest of the forecast period. Thursday, probably the nicest day of the week. The lowest humidity, the coolest temperatures, and even that we're right at normal for this time of year. That's your updated First Word 5 AccuWeather forecast.